My name is Marium Siddiqui. I am MBA class of 2018 at LUMS, and I went to University of Malaya in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia for my exchange semester. I think one of the greatest things that I came to appreciate when I went abroad for my studies was the fact that the LUMS MBA program is a lot more structured and a lot more rigorous than those programs abroad. I felt like the program over there, even though it was primarily academic based, the one at LUMS actually gives you a lot more practical experience and gives you an opportunity to challenge yourself to the maximum, explore new avenues, really pushes your limits so that you can broaden your scope and your skill set and learn more. Malaysia, on the other hand, was a very typical program which was text-based, which was concept-based and definition-based. It had its positive sides as well, but I think I really did come to appreciate the case study method at LUMS, which gives you a more holistic understanding of how an organization works. Yeah, I think one of the aspects that I loved about University of Malaya was that it brings on board 500 exchange students from different countries. So you had people coming in from Germany, you had people coming in from even Korea, even Vietnam, even Thailand, etc. So it wasn't just Europeans, but you also got to interact with a lot of Southeast Asian nationalities, and it really helps you understand how people from different countries, even though they're coming from very different backgrounds, but when you're sitting on the same table, you're having your dinner together, there's no hindrance in terms of the conversation that you're having, in terms of the experiences that you're sharing. So I think that was one aspect that I really loved about the university, the fact that I was living in Malaysia, but I was interacting with a ton of different nationalities, and a lot of us could come together and then share a meal and have a good time together. I think I've made friends that are all over the globe. So even when we were saying our parting notes in Malaysia when we were leaving, everyone was sharing numbers, sharing contact details. They were like, okay, whenever you're in Munich, you need to give me a call. And I see a lot of people have already started traveling. So we had like a friend in Indonesia, so she's putting up pictures and she's traveling all over Europe and she's meeting up with all of our exchange friends. And some of them were even like still in touch. So we'll ask each other about our travel plans, what's happening, how are your studies going, what's the weather like, etc. So I think in terms of that, the networking opportunity at the University of Malaya was pretty amazing, and it got me to make friends all over the world. I think in terms of my personal development, living independently, especially the part about managing your own money, was a great source of personal growth for myself, because over here it's still relatively easier because you have family here, you have friends here, it's easy to get money, to borrow money. Over there you've gone on a specific budget and you're already feeling guilty about spending, even though it's not like a lot, but you're still feeling a bit guilty for spending a lot of money, so you want to keep yourself within that limited budget. It can especially be a little difficult when all of your exchange friends, they're like traveling all over the globe. They're like, okay, so we're going to Vietnam this weekend, we're going to Thailand this other weekend, and you're like, okay, I can only afford to go to like 4 places. So in terms of that, it has taught me patience. It's taught me conserving my efforts and my budget for things that I have prioritized. So that was nice, I think. So when I was deciding for my MBA, I had options to go abroad at that time as well. But I chose not to go abroad for a number of reasons. One of them was because I obviously want to settle in Pakistan, and the LUMS MBA, there's nothing better than the LUMS MBA program over here. But then again, my decision to come here was me actually compromising an international experience that I could have otherwise attained if I had gone for my degree abroad. However, lucky for me, the LUMS MBA program actually gives you an opportunity to go and spend a semester abroad and experience the international community and experience things on a much more global level. So I think my decision to come to the LUMS MBA program was a very good one, because I actually got to experience the best of both worlds. I got a degree that's of value to me in Pakistan, that is actually contributing to my personal and professional growth, and gives me an opportunity to go abroad and relive the international experience as well. So when we went to the University of Malaya, you can see that its international rankings are quite high, and and LUMS is still getting its rankings within South Asia and within Asia. But when you compare the academic program and the studies program between both the universities, it's very safe to say that LUMS actually triumphs the program. Like I said, the rigor that it has, the challenge, how challenging it is, and how it actually encourages you to push yourself to the limit. I think the other programs, they're very simple and very straightforward with regards to what they expect from you and what they want you to deliver. However, LUMS is constantly like asking you to speak more in class, to come up with innovative ideas, to think about things from different perspectives. I think in terms of that, I would definitely say that LUMS is a lot more better. The University of Malaya, I think, was very helpful from day one. When we went for our exchange program, they're picking us from the airport. They're organizing. We had like a 3-day long orientation week where it was filled with fun activities. So you got to know everyone. You got to know your way around campus. You got to know your way around the city. So in terms of that, I think University of Malaya was extremely helpful in terms of helping us settle in not only into the university but also into a new city, which can obviously be a little overwhelming when you go there at first. Also in terms of the opportunity to learn, because our MBA class fellows, they were a lot more older and more experienced than us. So getting a chance to learn from them, from people who were working in the international market. So you had people who were working for Dell. You had people who had come from actually Germany and they were now continuing their education in Malaysia. So that was a great opportunity, which I think I otherwise would not have been able to experience if it wasn't for the University of Malaya. And I would like to thank them for this opportunity. When you go to Malaysia, you are actually not only interacting just with the Malayas, but also with a lot of Europeans and a lot of Southeast Asian people. And everyone's really curious, and no one's holding back their questions regarding your country. So they're honestly, they're like not afraid to ask you like the difficult questions. They'll be like, why are you wearing the hijab? Why are you not wearing the hijab? Why do you have to wear the hijab? Like, they have no qualms about it at all. So I think when I was over there, it actually helped paint a picture of like a modern Pakistani girl to them, and how we're not just like restrained to the home, but we can also go out, study, work, and how it's not that difficult. I think one incident that really stuck with me throughout was actually one day I was waiting for the bus, and I was alone at the bus stop, and this other European girl, German girl, she comes to me and she's like, hi, what's up, funny running into here, etc. And then she's like, oh, now I have a stereotype about Pakistani people. And I looked at her and I was like, oh my god, like she's gonna say something super mean or like super bad. And then she goes like, Pakistani people are always very stylish and very fashionable. And I was like, wearing my jeans, like a normal top, and I was just super surprised at her. And she's like, yeah, you guys are always so well dressed and on top of your game. And I think that was a very good encouraging factor for me, because I thought she was going to say, oh, Pakistanis are like not punctual and not this and not that, but this thing was like so like the opposite of what I was expecting, that I actually thought it was really funny and really nice that she thinks Pakistani people are very fashionable and very. I think at the end of the day, I managed to actually break a stereotype for Pakistani women that they're always just covered from head to toe, but you can still be covered, but you can still carry it with style. Okay, so I had a great time in Malaysia, and I would like to thank you for having me there. Looking forward to seeing you in Pakistan sometimes. Terima kasih.